Hey, y'all, before we dive in, drop a comment below. Where are you watching from? Your city, your country, let me know. And if you're as fed up with nosy neighbors as I was, hit that like button, maybe even subscribe. I got a second channel for all the juicy drama stuff, links in the description. Now, let me take you back to a day that started like any other, but ended up changing my life, my neighborhood, and maybe even the way some folks think about justice. Picture this. It's a crisp Saturday morning in Willow Creek, a cookie-cutter suburb in North Carolina, all manicured lawns and white picket fences. I'm Marcus Tate, a guy who spent the last 10 years as an FBI special agent, tracking down money launderers and corporate crooks. That day, I'm in the driveway of my little two-story, stacking boxes in the back of my pickup, everyone labeled like I'm still running drills at Quantico. I'm finally getting out of Willow Creek's HOA nightmare, a place that had been grinding my gears for 3 long years. As a black guy in a mostly white neighborhood, I'd felt eyes on me since the day I moved in. But I figured, hey, keep my head down, do my job, it'll be fine. Spoiler, it wasn't. I'm tying down the last box with a bungee cord when I hear her Carolyn Vance, the HOA queen, her voice slicing through the air like a dentist's drill. Marcus Tate, you can't just pile that junk in your truck like some drifter. She's storming across the street, her yoga pants practically vibrating with rage, waving her phone like it's a warrant. Carolyn had been my tormentor since day one. Me hedges were unkempt. My porch light was too bright. My car was parked an inch too close to the mailbox. The woman turned nitpicking into an Olympic sport. I take a deep breath, remind myself I'm 2 hours away from never seeing her again, and say, "Morning, Carolyn. Just moving out, like you've been praying for." "Don't you morning me," she snaps, her face already turning the color of a stop sign. "You need a permit for that monstrosity of a truck on our street. It's an eyesore. It's tanking our property values." I turn to face her, keeping my cool, the same cool I've used in interrogations with guys who've stolen millions. "Carolyn, I'm leaving. Isn't that what you wanted? Me gone." Her eyes narrow, and I swear I can see her brain scrambling for a new complaint. "You think you're so clever, don't you? With your fancy job and your attitude. I'm calling the cops." I chuckle, can help it. The cops. For moving. But she's already dialing, her manicured nails stabbing her phone like it personally offended her. She steps back, like I'm about to lunge at her, and starts her Oscar-worthy performance. "Yes, hello, 911. I need help now. There's a suspicious man in our neighborhood with a truck full of stuff. He's being aggressive." She shoots me a smug look, like she's just won checkmate. I shake my head, go back to my boxes. In my line of work, you learn to let crazy burn itself out. But Carolyn's just getting started. "And another thing, your music's been blaring all week, and that food you cook, whatever it is, it's stinking up my backyard and making my poor Bella sick." Bella is her fat tabby cat, who's never looked sicker than when Carolyn stuffs her into a tutu. "Food," I say, feeling the familiar knot in my chest. "You mean the barbecue I made last Sunday?" She flushes. "You know what I mean. Ever since you moved here, it's been nothing but trouble. Your loud friends, your parties. I cut in, genuinely confused. "Carolyn, I work 60-hour weeks. The only party was when I had my neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins, over for coffee. She's 72. Her face goes full tomato. Don't lie. I see people coming and going, and now this stunt. I won't let you turn our neighborhood into some slum." That word slum hangs there like a punch I didn't see coming. 3 years of her nonsense. 3 years of feeling like I'm under a microscope, and there it is, the truth she's been dancing around. I straighten up, my voice low. "Slum, huh?" She must have realized she crossed a line, because she steps back, but her chin's still up, defiant. "You heard me. This was a nice place before certain people showed up." I hear sirens in the distance, and her smug smile returns. She thinks she's won. "Oh, Carolyn, if you only knew." A police cruiser pulls up, lights flashing, but no siren. Professional courtesy. I recognize it. 2 officers step out. Detective Mike Callahan, a guy I've worked with on a few cases, and Officer Lino Ortiz, sharp and no nonsense. Carolyn's practically bouncing with glee. "Officers, thank God. This man's been harassing our HOA for years, and now he's got stolen goods in that truck." Callahan's eyes meet mine over her head, and I catch his tiny head shake. "Cop code 4, here we go." He says, "Ma'am, can you tell us what's happening?" Carolyn launches into her soap opera act. painting herself as the victim, me as some thug. Lena's taking notes, but I can see her eyebrows creeping up. She's heard this kind of drama before. Callahan turns to me. Sir, your side? Before I can speak, Carolyn jumps in. He'll lie. He's one of those people thinks the rules don't apply. Those people. Lena's pen pauses, her eyes flicking to Carolyn. Even Callahan's face tightens. Carolyn, oblivious, keeps going. You know, these people move in, blast their music, cook their weird food. The officers exchange a look that says they've seen this movie too many times. Callahan clears his throat. Ma'am, you said he was threatening you? Yes. He was intimidating. I reach into my jacket, slow and deliberate. Both officers' hands twitch toward their holsters. Instinct. Marcus Tate, I say, pulling out my leather wallet. Special Agent, FBI, Financial Crimes. I flip it open, badge gleaming. The silence is so thick you could hear a squirrel sneeze 2 blocks away. Callahan steps forward, checks my credentials like it's routine, but I catch the grin he's fighting. Looks legit, he says, handing it back. Carolyn's jaw drops so far. I'm worried about her dental work. That's not possible, she stammers. He's lying. It's fake. I saw it on TV. People fake badges. Lena's voice is ice. Ma'am, are you accusing this man of impersonating a federal officer? Yes. Carolyn's practically shrieking now. There's no way he's FBI. Look at him. That's when she does it, digs her own grave. Callahan clears his throat. Ma'am, I've worked with Agent Tate on 3 cases. He's the real deal. Carolyn's face cycles through every shade of panic, her brain blue screening. She's realizing every complaint, every snide comment, every slum, and those people was aimed at a federal agent. Her phone starts buzzing like a hornet's nest text from the HOA group chat. She glances at it, and her face goes from red to ghost white. Oh no, they know. Turns out, old Mr. Dawson across the street had been filming the whole thing from his porch. Within minutes, the video's blowing up the Willow Creek next door page. Carolyn screaming, me staying calm, the badge reveal. The caption? HOA Karen calls cops on FBI agent for moving while black. Comments are brutal. She's been harassing him for years. I knew her property values talk was code. Carolyn's spiraling. They're saying I'm racist. I'm the HOA treasurer. I can't lose this. Callahan scratches his chin. Agent Tate, you want to file a complaint? We've got false reporting, harassment, maybe a hate crime if we dig into those 47 HOA violations. Carolyn's knees buckle. She grabs the mailbox to stay upright. Marcus, please, she begs, tears streaming. I have kids. This'll ruin me. I look at her, 3 years of her nonsense flashing through my head. You should have thought of that before you spent 3 years trying to ruin me. Fast forward 6 months. I'm in my new place in Riverbend, a neighborhood where folks wave instead of whisper, where my barbecue's a hit at block parties. Carolyn, she got 6 months of community service, 2 years probation for false reporting and harassment. Federal charges were dropped when she agreed to a civil rights program. She's working with a nonprofit now, helping folks fight housing discrimination. Ironic, right? She even texted me an apology, said counseling is opening her eyes. I wished her well, because my grandma always said grace isn't about what folks deserve, it's what you choose to give. But here's the wild part. My story didn't just end with Carolyn. It sparked something. People started speaking up about HOA harassment across the country. 12 investigations launched, and the Justice Department's got a new Tate protocol to review HOA practices. Me? I'm speaking at community forums, telling folks racism isn't always a burning cross. Sometimes it's just a neighbor with a ruler and a grudge. So what do you think? Was Carolyn a villain, or just a product of a messed up system? Should I have let it slide, or was pushing back the only way? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. And if this hit home, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's keep this conversation going. Peace, y'all.